Hey y'all, it's me, Sis from Flourish. So let's talk about the difference between moisture and hydration because there is a difference. So when you're thinking about hydration, you immediately should think about water. Water is what hydrates the hair. So that's why the shampooing and conditioning process is so important because that is the foundational base of getting water into your hair. If you aren't shampooing your hair on a regular basis and you're going months, weeks without shampooing, you're really doing your hair such a disservice because your hair needs that water to be able to thrive. So if you think about the hair strand is made up of 3 layers: the cuticle, the cortex, and the medulla. But the cuticle is the really important part as it pertains to what we're speaking about. That cuticle layer is laying flat on the hair, on that strand, and water allows that cuticle to swell because hair and scalp is a 4.5 to 5.5 on the pH scale. So if we're looking at the pH scale, 4.5, 5.5, water is a 7. Water lifts the cuticle of the hair, allows for that to go inside of it, and then closes back down. But that's where your shampoo and your conditioning process come in. So when water gets on the hair, it lifts that cuticle, swells that cuticle up, and now your shampoo is able to go in. It's chemically formulated so that when that shampoo combines with water, it allows it to create this chemical reaction that attaches to dirt and attaches to oil and attaches to debris and wraps it all up and then rinses it away. So if you are not shampooing your hair and you're only pre-pooing, all you're doing is lifting that cuticle and applying more to it and nothing is being taken away. That shampoo process is so important because when that shampoo binds to the hair cuticle, the dirt, the oil, the debris, it allows it to remove everything off the cuticle so that you have a clean slate. So once you have a clean slate, now you come in with your conditioner, which is lower on the pH scale. It's typically either the same pH as your hair and scalp, or it's a little bit lower. So then it comes in and smooths that cuticle down and allows it to rest again and smooth on over. So all those emollients and humectants from the conditioner can now attach to the hair cuticle. So that's where your moisturizing comes in. Hydration was getting that water into the hair. All of those water molecules are attaching to the cuticle, allowing it to bend and move the way that it should, so it has flexibility. So now you go with your conditioner, and it's going to allow all that water to be attached to the hair. Now, the thing about conditioner is you just can't stop there. So you have your conditioner, you rinse your conditioner out after your shampoo. Now we're moving into your moisturizers. Your moisturizers are designed to hold water into the hair for longer. So those are your moisturizers that have the first ingredient as water, but then they have the conditioning agents, the emollients, the humectants in that moisturizer, so we can hold that hydration from your shampoo process into the hair for longer so that your hair stays flexible for longer. But that's why it's so important to have a good shampoo regimen going, because it's only so long that moisturizer can stay in the hair that your hair is going to now start to lose its flexibility. And when your hair loses flexibility, it breaks. So you're thinking, okay, well, if that's my moisturizer, what exactly does that moisturizer look like? What is that product called? That's where your leave-ins, your hair milks, your hair lotions, your moisturizing stylers, even some gels could be moisturizers. So it really just depends on how you're wearing your hair. If you're going to be shampooing your hair, you do the conditioning, and now you're like, okay, what moisturizer do I use? If you're a wash and go girl and you have tight textured hair, that moisturizer looks like a humectant gel. Most of those gels are very slimy. They're thin, but they're slimy, and they have a very humectant properties to it so that it can hold water into the hair for longer, because that's what a humectant does. So then after you put on your humectant, then you can put on your other gel that's gonna hold it a little bit longer. Because humectant gels, because they're so full of water and water producing agents, they're not gonna give you a ton of hold, but they do give you that basis to the strand to hold it in. Then you top it with a harder gel to make it last longer. If you're wearing a wash and go and you're a curly girl like me, you're gonna use a cream. That is full of your humectants, full of your emollients. It's gonna keep moisture into the hair, especially if you're using a good quality one. So this is something that we also cover in all of our monthly challenges. So every month we do a challenge with consumers all over the world. And for 4 weeks, I'm able to troubleshoot all of this for you, show you what moisture looks like, show you what hydration looks like, show you what the hair should look like, and more of a one-on-one group. So we cover a lot of that in our challenges. But this is still gonna at least be able to give you a basis if that's not something you're able to do. If you're unable to make a salon appointment and be in the salon, if you're unable to do a hands-on workshop or those virtual challenges, this should at least be able to give you a basis so you have a better understanding.